All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, Denise. Welcome, Kelly. Alex, nice seeing you again. William, nice seeing you as well. Welcome, everybody, to our third class today. SavvyCard, what I like to call your business card plus for real estate. Nice seeing everybody here. We're just going to give it a minute to hear. Let everybody log in. Looks like everybody's logging in on time. Excellent. Now, I know that this is a quick class here, but we're going to go over a lot of great information, things like that. Now, SavvyCard, this is your real estate member benefit offered to you by Orange County Realtors and CRMLS. Now, by the way, for those of you who are brand new, joining for the very first time, my name is Anthony. I work here at Orange County Realtors. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, been here now for almost 20 years, started off in the MLS department. Guaranteed I'll speak to everybody regarding rules, regulations, violations, all that fun stuff. What I'm also involved with is our outreach program. Our outreach program typically is designed to give you training on all your tools and products. So not only do I train on MLS, how to run searches, how to modify listings, all that fun stuff, but I also train on zip forms, how to put together your transactions electronically, digitally sign them, and everything else that zip forms has to offer. But I also love training on tech. I love showing agents how they can utilize their technology tools to make their lives a lot easier. Now, speaking of technology tools, SavvyCard. Love SavvyCard. This is your free member benefit. Now, what I love about this particular choice is that SavvyCard for real estate is a push button simple prospecting and marketing tool for realtors and their listings. Now, I know that's a lot to be said, but basically it's a business card plus. There's a lot of really cool things that you can do with this SavvyCard platform as a free member benefit that you really just miss out on, right? Now, really quickly, what we're going to go and show you today, at least, is with SavvyCard, you have what they call the Agent SavvyCard. Okay, now the Agent SavvyCard is your business card platform tool that you can share with your clients. And if you're a listing agent here today, you may or may not be aware of this, and you may actually be getting emails that you might be ignoring because you're just not familiar with this tool. But SavvyCard also creates a property website SavvyCard for each and every one of your listings that you can share with the public, with your clients, everywhere. Okay. So this tool not only creates a electronic style business card that you can activate, share, things like that for your clients for point to point, but now no matter what, even if you didn't create the business card aspect of it or activate it, your listings in the MLS automatically have this feature for all your properties. Okay. And we're going to touch on this a little bit. By the way, we are recording today. Everybody attending today will get a copy of today's recording. So that way you can review these tools and things like that. Also, I tend to talk very quickly, so I apologize. It is near the end of the day. I did have just a little shot of caffeine before I started this class. So if I do go over something too quickly, please write it in the chat or write it in the Q&A section, and I'll be more than happy to stop, read it to the audience, and then go over what we just went over. Okay, so we need to think about things here just a little bit. Why do you need SavvyCard? Well, prospecting is the most difficult part of any sales process, right? 42% of your time is out there trying to prospect and get clients. 36% of your time is spent trying to close listings. And then 22% of the time is all about trying to get people to be qualified to be able to purchase a property. So the idea behind SavvyCard is to have better client interactions and engagement. Okay. And hopefully at the end of the day, if you can make the prospecting tool more efficient, this will generate more revenue to be able to close or qualify people to close, and of course, close actual listings themselves. Okay. So what do you guys do today? You hand out business cards, right? Maybe not everybody hands out business cards, because nowadays with COVID, business cards are just kind of, a little skeptical. to be able to be used. A lot of people don't like being handed things anymore. They're afraid of contracting things, this, that, and the other. But typically, it costs you about 60 cents per card before you see a return on your investment. So I think the average is what? I think you have to hand out roughly about 1,000 business cards and maybe only get 20 leads out of handing out a business card. So that kind of translates to be, not so much cost effective, right? Especially with the amount of money that you're spending on your business cards. The problem with a business card also is you hand somebody your business card, they walk away, and it's an excuse to walk away. Whereby the immediate turnaround is, gosh, I hope they give me a call so I can actually maybe close this deal, right? Or get that listing. So it's all about hope. And at the end of the day, what do they do with these business cards? They leave them in their pockets, right? Gets in the wash. Maybe they use it as a coaster. Maybe the kids get a hold of it and chew on it. Or maybe the dogs get a hold of it. Or maybe you fold up the business card and level out your table there at the house. The whole point is not everybody's looking at the business cards that you're giving them. And they're forgetting who you are. Which also means there's no direct person-to-person relationship. So instead of handing out your business card physically, this is where SavvyCard is going to help you out. You're going to be able to text message your card or your business card to that potential prospect or that prospect that you're meeting at the open house, at the grocery store, at that listing appointment. The customer who receives that business card immediately with a prompt adds your information to their phone by just simply, I accept the information, which now ties you into their contact list. Now, it's a matter of just follow up. As we all have probably heard the statistic, it takes about 6 to 8 touches to a client in order to convert a client. Problem is if we just hand out a business card and we call the client, a lot of times that number comes up as unknown or blocked, or is it just a blank number? How many people tend to ignore a phone number that doesn't have a name attached to it? The idea behind this is that if they've added you as a contact, right, by accepting your business card electronically, they've now will see your name when it comes up on their phone, when you call, when you text, whatever. Now, somehow psychologically, this now associates a person going, geez, I must know this person because their name came up on my phone. Now their likelihood to answer the call or answer the text now grows exponentially. Because you've now got that direct relationship, now it doesn't take you necessarily 8 touches to connect with a person. It might only take 3 or 4 to convert that lead, to convert that client. So this is going to be a great way for you to be able to build that relationship because they see your name, they associate you with their conversation, they remember you, and they start picking up the phone more often or answering those text messages more often than not. Now, the Agent Savvy card. Again, it's your electronic business card with a simple IDX feed automatically built into it so people can actually run searches for properties. And because this is your business card that you've given to them, they don't see the listing agent data. They only see your data as a point of contact if they want to see that property. Which now means what? You're going to be able to capture this lead. And of course, as you're sharing it, you're going to be able to lead generate. On top of, somebody could share your business card with somebody else. So now you're getting potential clients or even clients to now generate leads for you. Now, this is not an application. So you're not going to go to the Apple Store. You're not going to go to the Google Play Store. There is no app you need to download. This is an actual website, which means that as people begin to use it, a website that's being used, Google now elevates that website higher in a Google search. Because this is your SavvyCard with your name on it, basically your personal website. Now, when somebody Google searches you, this particular website style business card is now found on a Google search higher above than most of the other websites platforms that you're probably spending money on. Or websites like Zillow, as an example, instead of it being number one, might actually drop down to 2 or 3 or 3 or 4. Because a lot of times, even though they're referencing your name, if a person clicks on that Zillow website name recognition by you, they still can't get in touch with you. A lot of times if they click on get in touch with an agent, they're still routed through Zillow to talk to the Zillow reps, to talk to their Zillow agents before 9 times out of 10, unless you're a premier agent, you'll never see that lead. And by the way, this is branded. It's going to have your branding on it, or can. Not just you, your photo, as you can see here in this image, but also your company. It's all about instant customer engagement. Now, there are going to be various different buttons on this card. And really, before we even get to this, I'm going to go over. And actually, let's go back a little bit. So, the buttons on this business card plus, there's a call button. They tap on it, it immediately calls you. The phone number that is going to be called, or that's going to be dialed, is typically whatever phone number that you had from the MLS based on your roster. Now, can you change it? Yes, you can. There's an email button. Your email address is pulled from the MLS. Make sure your email address is up to date on your roster. That way, people can directly email you through your business card. Just like they can immediately text message you. They can also share your card. Not only can you share your own card, but the individuals that you're sharing with can also share your card. Now, this is a big one for you. You as real estate agents, there is going to be a button here called listings. Under the featured listings will be a list of all your listings that you are the listing agent on. So now, even on your business card that you've shared, people are up to date with listings that you are listing as a real estate agent. But next to it, there's a choice that says find a home. That is the simple IDX search. They can click on find a home, put in some search criteria, and pull up property data. And then again, to see a property, they're going to be reaching out to you. You can talk about your brokerage, where your brokerage is located. Here you have a social media button, so people can link into your social media platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, to see where you're at. You have a recommend button, which we'll talk about here. I love that button. Information about you. And of course, you got a back button. Now, the property savvy card. Anytime you list a property in the MLS, the property savvy card created by SavvyCard is automatic. You'll get it within literally a half hour of the listing being active in the MLS. It's a single property website. If you were here earlier for our last class about REALTOR, where you can create a property specific website with all the cool bells and whistles, maybe you forget to do that. Don't worry, you still have access to a property website created for your listing through your SavvyCard platform. Here, it's a simple push button, social media style website that you can share. The seller share is really cool because you can then send this over to your seller to allow them to share it with friends, family, colleagues, and their socialites. So in a way, you can get your sellers to actually self-promote their own property, to market it, to help you sell it even faster. They have buttons like call the agent for a showing. And again, it's tied to you, the listing agent, at that point, because it's your listing. There, they can access your SavvyCard and access your business card. Talks about the features of the property pulled from the listing. where it's located on a map. They can see all of the listing photos. Unfortunately, I don't think right now they have a button to view the videos, but right now they can just at least view the photos. Here they can share it with somebody specific or put it on social media. Again, there's a listing button and of course the nearby schools, which is a really cool choice. So, oh, and by the way, this is the email notification that you as a listing agent are supposed to be getting from SavvyCard. So anytime you list a property in the MLS within 30 minutes, you are getting an email from SavvyCard saying your SavvyCard listing or your property SavvyCard has been created. Here you can click on that blue button, send it to your client, who's the seller or the landlord. Here you can go into your featured listings under your business card to access that card as well. All right. So let's claim or activate your SavvyCard. Now this is where I'm going to leave my presentation just a little bit to go online, but you could do this either online or on your mobile device. I personally would recommend that you do this on your phone device. Okay. Now, depending on your phone, all you're going to do is open up your web browser, whether it's Safari or if you're on an Android phone, go to your internet or web. From there, you're just going to, step one, go to the website www.savvycard.com, SavvyCard.com. From there, you're going to move your mouse to the menu button or tap on where it says menu. And from there, you're going to choose the choice, claim your account. Now, when you click on claim your account, it's going to ask you for your email address that you have associated with the MLS. Once you do that, put in your email address that you have with the MLS. It's going to bring up your information. You're going to click on claim my card. And now you're going to be taken to this screen here on your phone device. Now you can click on, at this point, view my card or view this card. Now, when you click on view this card, you now need to make it look like an icon on your phone to make it look like a app. I don't see claim account. What do you see there? Let's see. Let's leave the presentation. Let's go to SavvyCard.com. Here, what I'm going to say, click on is Get SavvyCard. And from here, I'm going to put in my email address. So they changed it, it looks like. So you want to click on the button that says Get SavvyCard, and then type in your email address that you have associated with the MLS. You can edit your, Julie, you can edit your email after you activate the card. But until then, it's whatever is currently on the MLS. Awesome, Alex. You're welcome, Julie. So now, once you put in that email address, there's going to be a choice for you to claim it. Okay. As a matter of fact, you'll be asked to create a password. Okay. From there, you can type in your email address and your password. Now, I do believe that your password will be what you use for the MLS. Now, once you do that, you should get a screen that looks like this. From here, you can click on view this card. So at least you get to see what the card looks like. Now, most of us won't see your personal photo on your card, but you will see your name. You will see your company logo. Okay. And maybe some buttons, but maybe not all the buttons right away. That's okay. But what we're going to do right away before we start to edit this card is that we're going to make it look like an app on our phone devices. Now, if you're an Android user, or I'm sorry, an iPhone user, when you open up, because this is a website and we're on the Safari, you're going to come down below and there's a box with the arrow coming out. It's called the magic button or the share button. You're going to tap that choice or tap that button. From there, you're going to look for the choice that says add to home screen. So go up and down, back and forth until you see that menu choice that says add to home screen. When you select add to home screen, you're then going to hit done or add, sorry. So it's going to give you what the icon's going to look like, your name, SavvyCard, hit add. Once you hit add, then it's going to look like an icon on your phone device. Android users, at the website, at the top right corner of your web browser, you're going to tap on the 3 dots in your web browser. When you tap on the 3 dots, you're going to scroll down on your menu choice and choose add to home screen or add shortcut to home screen. Again, once you do that, an icon will automatically, and you hit add, an icon will automatically be added to the home screen on your Android phone device. Now, once you do that, you're ready to have fun with your electronic business card. Are there any questions so far? So we went over how to claim your business card, how to save it onto your phone device. Now you'll probably notice here that there are some buttons that I have that you might not have. So great question, Alex. How do I personalize it? Well, you can do one of 2 things. Number one, on your phone device, because you now have a separate window open, click on your multiple sheet of paper at the bottom of your phone device, open up all the web browser windows that you have open, and tap on the one that brings you right back to this screen here, My SavvyCards. Now, once you do that, what if I don't have a new listing? You don't need to have a new listing, Kim. As a matter of fact, we're activating our business card section. So this is what we're going to do. As we get listings, it's going to be put under the listing section of your SavvyCard business card. So no matter what, we're going to activate your business card today, and you're going to start using it as of today. So after you activate your card, you view it, which opens up a separate window on your phone. Then you take that and you save it like an icon on your phone. Now go back into your web browser, hit the double sheet of paper to display all the open internet browser windows. Find the one that was prior that indicates the SavvyCard account and says My SavvyCards. Now we need to customize this a little bit. We need to add buttons like our text message button, maybe some other buttons on there. This is all going to be done under the edit this card choice. Under edit my card, we see here the background of how everything looks. Okay. We can add a picture. We can choose a stock photo, or we can upload a photo of ourselves. Okay. Maximum size 2 megabytes, perfect for a phone. Or if you have a professional photo that was taken of you by a photographer, access that and upload it. By the way, you'll notice I'm on the web, so I can do this even on my computer. I can make sure that the picture is turned on and off on the SavvyCard, and you'll notice here, if I turn it off and I say save, my card is automatically updated. If I turn it on, which you want to do, that way your image appears. The only thing you cannot modify is the company logos. So some of the big companies that are out there, like the First Teams, the Realty Ones, the Remaxes, and the so on and so forth, will have their own backgrounds with their own information or with their own logos on it. You can't change those. Okay. This info does not show on mobile. Which info? Alex? Like your email and your phone number and stuff, that doesn't show? Background picture, etc. What company do you work for? Let's see here, the tabs. Oh, so you don't see the tabs here after you went to edit my SavvyCard? Correct. Interesting. Oh, it should be. Yeah, so if you were here and you went to edit my card or edit this card, you should get this and you should be able to see background pictures. If you don't see that, don't worry. Do you see the buttons icon? The buttons icon is going to be more important. Excellent. Good. So go to the buttons icon or the buttons tab. Now from here, this is where we're going to make sure that we turn on all the necessary buttons that we need on our business card and edit any information on those buttons that we want displayed. So very simply, where it says call, click on the down arrow, make sure your phone number is in place. If it's not there, then make sure you fill in the information and that you choose the choice, yes, you want to activate this button, and then hit save. Go to your text button. Type in your cell phone number. Activate it. Say, yes, show this button on my card. Same thing with your email. Your email address, this is where, young lady, you had asked earlier, can you update your email address? Here you can update your email address. Now, this does not back filter into the MLS system, but here on your SavvyCard, you can update and modify your email address as well. Type in your new email address or your updated email address, and then say, yes, show this button on my SavvyCard. Okay. Find me. This should have your office address. Type in all the necessary information, and again, activate it. So what we're going to do here under the button list is go through your contact information. Yes, save it, or yes, activate it. And now when I say save, we see the contact button now appears on my card. Ooh. Recommend. Now, I love this tool. Recommend allows me to recommend people. Okay. So not only can I recommend myself, obviously, because I've given somebody my business card, but in my business card, I can now recommend other services and vendors that I work with. How can I change my SavvyCard if I change brokerages? It automatically updates with the new brokerage information because it constantly pulls the MLS data on an hourly basis. So if you changed Brandon from Jack and Jill Real Estate and went to 123 Real Estate, the moment you change it at the board, your SavvyCard is going to be automatically updated within a day with the new brokerage data. So you don't have to do anything special. Though I would probably go through and update the find me address and the about my company information. Okay. Right. Your company information, maybe something that you talk about the company about. That's where I would probably update that at. But for the most part, the background images would be automatically updated to whatever your new office is. Does that make sense? It looks different on mobile. I switched to the web and I see it all good. Alex, thank you. Understood. Thanks. You're welcome, Brandon. All right. So recommend. This is where we're going to be able to recommend other people. Well, who would you as a real estate agent? So Brandon, what's one person that you might recommend a client to use? A plumber. Great. So Under the recommend button here, or the recommend button choice, what I can now do is put in my recommendations. I'll put in their name. What am I recommending them for? So maybe, yes, I'm going to add to my SavvyCard. Oops. I'm going to add another person. So I'm going to put in Bob Smith. He's my plumber. If the plumber has a website, put in the plumber's website. But there are two new features here that were not here 6-7 months ago, and that is their email address and their phone number. So you don't have to put in a website if they don't happen to have one, but you can put in their email address and their phone number if you choose. So maybe 949-555-5555. So I'm recommending Bob Smith as a plumber with his phone number information or his email address or her email address. Besides a plumber, Alex, who else would you probably recommend to a client? For a client to use? Escrow, there we go. Your escrow. Not only escrow, title. Not only title, your lender. I know everybody here has a preferred lender that they like to use, right? Well, put them down as recommendations. And when you're putting them down as recommendations, put in their information that's pertinent to them, right? Okay. And again, first name, last name, what you're recommending them for, title, lender, escrow, electrician, plumber, whoever. Put in as many people as you need and then say, yes, activate this button so that when I share this card, not only do they have my information, but my recommended people. Maybe you don't want to give them your plumber, your electrician, or your contractor right away. Not a problem. At least give them title, escrow, and lender information. Here under Savvy, you can put in articles that you might have had published about you. If not, don't worry about that button. Your social media platforms, your YouTube channel, put that information there. Your Facebook business page, put that in there so that people can find you on social media. Update this. Now you'll notice here on your business card, there are a ton more buttons activated, ready to be used by any potential client. Floor guy, title guy, lender guy, paint guy. Exactly, Alex. Put in all those people. Because, hey, are they going to be happy that you're referring business to them? Heck yeah. Right? So now what do we do? What do we do with this card? Well, now what we're going to do is we're ready to share this card out. After we activate everything, we're ready to get it out there to the world. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Maybe we're doing an open house today. And funny enough, it's been such a busy open house. We've got 30, 40, 50 groups here that crazy enough, I didn't bring enough business cards. Or maybe everybody who I try to hand a business card to tells me, you know what, I really don't feel comfortable carrying a business card around or getting one from you. Does that mean that they can't take away your information? Heck no. So I meet somebody there at the property. We have a nice, great conversation. We want to continue this later on, and I need to get them their information. I'm going to be on my phone, and I'm going to say, if you don't mind, I'd like to give you my SavvyCard. Give you my electronic business card. Can I text message it to you? They're going to hopefully say yes. So I'm going to open up that icon on my phone, and I'm just going to show you what I mean here. There's an icon on my phone, and of course, the background is hiding it. There we go. There's going to be a background on my phone. When I open it up, my card's going to open up. From there, I'm going to tap on share. Now I'm going to click on or tap on share to this individual. Now I'm going to type in the client's name. I'm going to type in their name. I'm now also going to type in their cell phone number. So here, let me just demonstrate this with a friend of mine here, a colleague. And let's see here. I'm going to type in their phone number. I'm going to write them a nice little message. And now I'm going to just simply hit share this card. Now, at this point, the text message goes out to the client. Immediately, right away, SavvyCard asks me, do I want to download this person into my phone? I'm going to say download the contact. Now, the contact is in my phone. Can you group text this card too? Group texting is a little bit harder. It's usually because you're creating individual inputs of contacts on your phone device. So it's always better or recommended to share it with an individual one at a time, Alex. So group texting, you could technically do it, but when it comes to what I'm about to discuss here, it's always better to share it with the individual one-to-one. Sure, I can show you how to do that again, Denise. So to share the business card, and by the way, we would hit download contacts and it's going to download it into my phone as a contact. This is why the group text is a little bit harder, because you've got individual or a group of numbers and it won't know what number to make as the primary. So always send it with an individual. But Denise, here in my business card, I'm going to open it up on my phone. I'm going to tap on the button that says share. I'm going to hit share to individual. I'm now going to type in their first name, last name, their cell number, and a message. Now, when I hit share the card or share this SavvyCard, a text message is immediately sent to the client that's standing right in front of me within 30 seconds or less. Depending on cell phone service, it might take a minute to a minute and a half. Now, what actually happens at this point is that the recipient, the client or potential client, now gets a text message on their phone device. When they open up that text message on their phone, it's going to say, Anthony Breed has shared their SavvyCard with you, and there will be a link. When they tap on the link, first thing that the phone is going to ask them, can I add this individual to your contacts? When they answer yes, this is all of a sudden now the gateway that you need to be able to have that one-to-one relationship with the client, because they have now accepted your information. This is now a business relationship whereby I am now open to call, email, and text the individual. Even if they have their phone on a do not call list, because they accepted my information on their phone device, that means that they are now in a relationship with me of some sort, which now opens me up to talk to them and solicit to them. Now, by the way, when they tap on that link, not only does it upload my contact information into their phone's contacts, but it will also now open up the card on their phone. Now I'm going to instruct them how to save it to make it look like an icon. Tap on the box with the arrow coming out, or tap the three dots, add to home screen, and then they will have their own icon on their phone. So now we have 30, 40, 50 groups of people. I share my SavvyCard with everyone, right? I've gotten their information on my phone. They've got my information in their phone devices. So do I necessarily need an open house sheet? Not necessarily, unless I'm making individual notes. But hey, heaven forbid I left my open house sheet in the car. I've got their information on my phone. Now, how do I know who I've shared the information with? Well, I can always either go back onto my phone and log into my account, or I can go onto the computer. Here under the computer, if I log into my account in SavvyCard, I can now immediately jump over to the marketing section. And from here, I can now look at, where is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to log back in, and from here, I'm going to look at my card analytics. Here under my card analytics, I can see how many people I've shared my card with, how many referrals I've gotten, how many people have viewed my card on their devices. But more importantly for you, I can come down below and see information. I can see when the card was shared, who shared it, who received it, and if they sent me any messages or not. So here I see that I shared out my card with several individuals, okay, maybe on this particular date. So now I've got an open house registry all built right here through my business card. But here's the really cool thing, okay, or here's another cool thing. We were just talking about the recommended people, right? The plumber, the title, the escrow, the lender, the electrician, the contractor. Well, guess what? If I'm making them recommended people on my card, guess what I'm going to do with those individuals? I want them to receive my electronic business card. Why? Because what they can do from their phone devices is share my business card with other clients. So maybe the plumber happens to be at someone's house and they're friends with them, and that person says, you know what, I'm really thinking about selling my house. Do you know of a good agent? My plumber, yes, I do. I've got their business card right on my phone. They can now share my business card from their phone to that individual, which, by the way, based on this card analytics, I can now see who's sharing out my card. So if I have a plumber or my title or my escrow or my lender sharing out my business card to other clients who are looking for a real estate agent, I can see those individuals and who they shared it with. So now I've opened up my referral network even bigger. I'm not only getting my recommended vendors business, but now they're getting me business. Alex, Tony, I got to run. I look forward to the recording of the session. Awesome. Thank you very much, Alex, for spending the day with me. I hope this was helpful. Does anybody have any other questions, or does anybody like that aspect? So not only can I share my card, but I can now with individuals, but those individuals can share my card and I can see who's sharing that out. Maybe now somebody recommends a multi-million-dollar client. Guess what I'm going to do for that individual who shared out my card with a client who I built a relationship with based on that referral, a referral fee. Maybe I give them a $25 Starbucks card or whatever you want, or a dinner out as a thank you for referring business. How do they share the card? Remember, that business card that I share still has a share button on it. So they go, hey, I've got a great agent here. Let me go in and show you my agent's business card. They open up their phone, they click on the icon that I helped save on their phone for them. And then right there is the share button. So they hit the share button, they type in that client, that friend's, that referral's first name, last name, and of course their cell number, and text message my card to their phone. So that's how they can share it there, Alex. Julie, I see there's a QR code under the marketing. Can you use that instead of text messaging? Sure. Sure. But it's a little bit harder to do when you're out in the field at an open house. But guess what? That marketing tool of that QR code, you guys do for sale signs, right? Sometimes you even do individual sign writers. Well, guess what? Under your card, oh, whoops. Let me get back to my section here. I don't know what happened there. My SavvyCards. If you go and view that QR code, you can now save this and put it on a sign writer on top of your for sale sign. So now anybody walking by the property can now scan this and not only see the property information, but most importantly, my information about my information. So another way of getting free referrals. Put it on the for sale sign. Maybe I take this QR code and put it in my flyers. So if people scan it, they now get my information in their phone and accept my data. Cool tech. Need to watch this again as I cannot load onto my phone. That's okay, Kim. Give me a call. I'll help you. When will we have in-person classes again? Great question, Brandon. I have not heard. In-person classes right now are on hold until our board of directors deems it worthy for us to feel safe and secure. So right now it's still mostly webinars because staff, the higher ups don't want staff to, possibly get infected with COVID. I'm hoping that one day soon that will change. And it'll probably change this year. Does the QR code track the same way? It does. As a matter of fact, it'll say, it'll be me that technically shared the card because the person scanned it, but it'll indicate that it was a direct download from the QR code. Julie. So I can now see where I'm obtaining my business. Am I getting it from the QR codes? Am I getting it from referrals? Is it because I did the open house and shared my card? You can do all this. And now we've got multiple pipelines of obtaining business. And again, this is all free. You're welcome. Are there any other questions? Anybody excited? Hopefully everybody. By the way, I will tell you that this does work too. I want to say last year when open houses were available, my wife did an open house, and because the printers were down, she didn't have any business cards. And the open houses were, that I was, sitting there with her through, she had like 2 or 3 couples in, and they all wanted her information, and they wanted to see information about the property. So I told my wife, hey, look, I know you have SavvyCard because I helped you download it on your phone. I go, share your card. Well, not only did the clients go, you have an electronic business card? My wife went, oh, wow, I totally forgot about that. So sure enough, she went in and she shared it with the individuals, and she converted 2 of those 3 leads into home sales. So it really works. I think it's really awesome and really cool, and you guys should try it out. And again, 2 or 3 people at an open house, not hard to run out of a card, especially today, 50, 60 groups coming through. So try it out. I'm hopeful I can use this on my to my advantage. I would definitely say so, Brandon. I think this is a really cool thing, especially nowadays with a lot of clients wanting things electronically, finding ease of use. They just need to be tied right back down to you. So I think this is a really cool tool. Julie, excited? Excellent. Could you bring the icon up on a tablet or iPad? Sure enough, it's a website. Just go on your iPad, open up Safari, SavvyCard.com, log into your account. Android tablet, do the same thing. Open up the web browser, SavvyCard.com, log into your account. And yes, you just need to have, you could do it at the open house. If your tablet has a capability of text messaging, which I know for sure iPads do, then text message it from your iPad over to the client. Yeah, you could do all that. There's so many possibilities today with electronics that you're not limited to just one thing. Let's see here, Brandon. When will we have in person again? Oh, let's see. I'm hopeful I can use this on to my advantage. Yes, definitely. Are there any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Everybody excited about using this today? Did everybody activate their card today? Excellent. I saw a hand raise. Awesome. Congratulations. You know, try it, friends, family. Hey, talk about SEO, search engine optimization. So instead of you just going into your text messages and text messaging like your spouse or whatever, make sure that you text message over your business card to your spouse and make sure that they go through your icon anytime they want to call you or text message you. That way it helps show that the card's being used, which elevates you even higher. Because how often do you talk to your spouse throughout the day or your significant other? Probably what, 5, 6, 10 times a day? There you go. Friends, family, do the same thing. If you're talking with friends and family constantly, do it through that particular card, which now just keeps elevating it in your search engine. Julie, yes, but still working on downloading the icon to my phone. We'll watch the replay. Okay, Julie, give me a call and we can talk about how to do that. Sure. How can we find this recording in the future? Alex, this is going to be emailed to you as a follow-up, but this will also be posted to our YouTube channel as well as on our website. Also, I do have an older version, which is why I'm recording this today for YouTube, for my personal YouTube channel. So if you want to get access to videos and things like that on how to, just go to YouTube, do a search for my name. My name is Tony, T-O-N-Y. My last name is spelled B as in boy, R-I, E as in elephant, D as in dog. From there, you see my picture. Just click on my name, and then I'll go to my video list. From there, you will see all of my training videos, webinars, quick how-tos, things like that. One of which is how to use SavvyCard, your electronic business card, how to use Reela, InfoSparks, Zip Forms, Matrix tools, all that there is free to you guys. So I love educating agents. I love showing agents what they can do with their tools. And there you go. Brandon, let's see here. I've had it. Let's see. I have had it, but have never used it. I want to use it exclusively now instead of buying more business cards. That's great, Brandon. Save yourself money, right? Who doesn't like saving money, especially in today's age when print costs are going up and paper costs are going up and delivery costs are going up, right? Doesn't cost you anything other than your internet and your phone costs, right? And those are pure business expenses at that point. But again, it's free. May I ask, do you prefer Zipform, Glide, or Dotloop? Dotloop is a third-party vendor that's great for office backends. I've not seen the contracts platform on Dotloop to see how well it is, just because I don't have a Dotloop account. Glide versus Zipforms. Well, in the beginning, I used to love Glide until I found out, number one, that they were bought out by a real estate company, and Glide is all about data collection. So not only does it collect data on what transactions you're making, what contracts you're writing up, but your client's data. because you have to put in your client's names, email addresses, and phone numbers to add a client on all your properties. Now, the problem I have with it is that now that this real estate company owns Glide, they now own that data that you are putting into Glide free and clear. Now, I know that particular company has been brought up on lawsuits for data collection and data mining, whereby they go through and look at all that data and start calling your clients without you knowing it. Now, granted, according to the MLS, they've promised for now during their contract period to not do that, but who knows when that happens. So for me, data collection, as much as Glide is easy, I don't like Glide for that. So Zip Forms is the way to go, though Lone Wolf has had their own issues lately, which I've been fairly bothered with, but still being autonomous and non-data collecting as they have been, I still prefer Zip Forms over their Glide. Sorry for the long-winded answer on that one. Do you have a LionDesk CRM training? Unfortunately, Julie, I do not, but CRMLS does on the basics of it, just because the basic usage of LionDesk is there. I tend to not give CRM training only because CRMs are super personal to the individual. What one person might like, another person hates and dislikes. So really a CRM is all about the personal feelings. One good website to check out when it comes to finding the best CRM for you is RETI.com. Now this stands for, I'm sorry, not .com, .us. RETI.us. This stands for the Real Estate Technology Institute. And one of the cool things that I like here, and what's really cool, is that they have a unique partnership with SavvyCard that you can actually join their website at a discount for being an Orange County SavvyCard member. Just let the people at SavvyCard know that you want to access RETI, but they have tons of webinars. One of their webinars is all about CRMs. And what this will do is it will go through a CRM generator by asking you questions on what you're looking for from a CRM, and then recommend the top 5 CRMs to you. Now, they do have a list of webinars that teach all the top 20 CRMs available to real estate. So they actually have the individuals from those companies, LionDesk, what's the other one? Constant Contact, Loop, all those CRMs, that are really cool. Top Producer, things like that. Brandon says, let's see here. Yeah, I'm afraid that they will sell the information to their preferred agents. Yeah, I do too. Glide is that way. That's why I prefer Zip Forms, because there is no data sale. Short of the company being bought out again, I don't see that data being collected or sold to anybody else. You could look up or into SkySlope if you're looking for something different. SkySlope also has access to the CAR contracts, but again, SkySlope.loop are mostly office backend systems if you're a broker, which is really good. And if you want, you can now add that feature of writing up contracts through that platform, which is even better for you guys. I'm working with Chime now, but not easy. Then go to this website, sign up, and they will have webinar training on Chime, which is really amazing. If you don't want to spend the money on there, guess what? Go to YouTube, type in Chime CRM, and here you're going to see a ton of videos on how to use Chime, even LionDesk. Some recent, some not so recent, but 30 minutes, 15 minutes, who doesn't like that? Guys that kind of look like me, showing you how to use that CRM appropriately. Oh, you're welcome. And again, this is free, so you don't have to pay for it. But I like RETI just because, you know, just the amount of webinars and training that you can get is bar none awesome. All right. Are there any questions or any other questions? At 949-586-6800, extension 104, or email me at Tony, Tony at ocrealtors.org. With that said, I hope you all enjoyed today. I hope this opened up a great avenue to begin to market yourself at practically no charge. Having an electronic business card is going to be really easy and safe for you guys. With that said, I want to hope you all have a great and wonderful day, and I will talk to you all really, really soon. And I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.